Alright y'all, welcome to the overnight crew and to my Dragon Ball Z pants. We're gonna be getting this thing right. So what I was thinking would be we start kind of a mini build series where we just get this thing right, starting from mechanical to cosmetic. So in this first video we're gonna look at the ignition timing. We got to make sure that this thing's on point. It's been rather sluggish, and that kind of all began after a distributor install. And I didn't have a timing light at the time, so we kind of just guessed at where it needed to be at. But I don't think we got it on point. We have a timing light now, so we're gonna get the ignition timing right. I know all the timing marks are correct, but yeah, we're gonna do the ignition timing. We're gonna clean up the engine bay. We're gonna try to just make the engine bay look as nice as possible. There's just a lot going on as far as hoses, and it needs some work. It's got a massive exhaust leak, which we got to get that going because it sounds like a school bus just kind of puffing along. So we're gonna get that right. We got to work on this hood, which it was bent, dented, had hail damage. So we got that all straightened out. We had to spray a little bit of black paint over it just so it wouldn't rust. But we're gonna get that looking crispy. We got a few other things in the itinerary for it, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of a little mini build series. I think it'll be the first one of the channel, so stay tuned. Hopefully we can at least have 3 or 4 episodes of it. But if you're not familiar with the car, it's EK Civic. It's a D16 engine. Look. Let me grab a mic. Not a mic. Idiot. A freaking light. Tina. Alright, so hopefully some of you guys recognize this engine. This is a D16 Y8. Let's see. There's really not much done to it as far as engine wise. It does got some bigger injectors, cold air intake, ever start battery. Just kidding. And I guess the biggest thing is it does have a Jackson Racing supercharger, which, you just don't see anymore. There ain't a lot of those out there, so it's kind of a rare little gem. So we want to keep this bad boy on the road. We just do. It's just too special not to. We also got some brand new headlights to plug these holes. Winky face, water emoji, so on. So we got that going on. Believe it or not, this thing's got like 200 and some K. The AC blows cold. It runs really well. We just need to fix a few things, and maybe I can share some of the things that we've had to do to get this thing running right for us. This area here is kind of a pain point in wiring. I mean, we had to repair these multiple connectors, and it's just been no fun as far as the wiring goes. But yeah, if you guys have questions, just put them down in the comments, but I'll try to record as much as I can. Sometimes I forget, just kind of not used to this whole recording for YouTube thing. But we'll get there, y'all. Have some patience with us. But yeah, let's get this Civic right. And yeah, let's make Civics great again. All right, so today we're gonna do something a little different than our normal stuff. It's more of a how-to. We're gonna go ahead and do the ignition timing on this 1998 Honda Civic EK. It's a D16 Y8, Jackson Racing supercharger, but that really won't affect our timing or anything like that. But today we're gonna just check it and make sure everything's within spec. I think when you're kind of getting on in the car a little bit, it seems like it's a little underpowered, but I'm guessing that it's all ignition timing related. So let's double check that. So yeah, let's dive in on how we do that. First, we want to establish that we know what the heck we're looking at, right? So the first thing is that little pokey's right there, right? And then there's one right underneath it. Okay, so those are going to come in line with our crank pulley marks, which I'll show you that next. Now, I put 3 little white dots on them so you could see them a little easier. Let's zoom in here. So those 3 dots, right? Those 3 lines right there. We want to be in the middle one. That's perfect timing. The other 2 just mean you're within spec. So we're aiming for the middle line of the bottom 3. Disregard the top dead center mark. We're not worried about that right now. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go to the passenger footwell area. You're going to have a blue connector right here. And what you're going to want to do is jump that with a paper clip. As you see, I got one jammed in there now. And what that's going to do is it's going to put it into a base timing mode. So then we're able to actually set the ignition timing. Now, it might look like a cluster in here, but it's got some extra wiring for the supercharger. So yours might look a little different than this. Okay. Now, if you're lucky, you'll have your owner's manual yet. So then you can look up the timing specification. But for this one, we know that it's 12 degrees. So let's get started. Now you're going to want the engine warmed up. Obviously, because when you first start it, the idle is going to be a little higher while it's warming up. And then let's go connect our timing light. One more thing. When you have that blue connector jumped over there, the check engine light should be flashing to let you know that you're in ignition timing base mode. Yep, let's go. Next we have our timing light. It's going to have 2 connectors here. One for the negative terminal, one for the positive terminal of the battery. And then this one's going to go on your number 1 spark plug wire. Let's do that now. You're going to need to do the 3. There's 1, 2, 3. Now you don't want to loosen them too much. You want to make sure that it'll kind of stay in place a little bit for you when you're going and moving it. Because if it's too loose, it'll move too much. So yeah, just loosen them up a little bit. Let's get her started back up. Start rotating it. And as we rotate, those 3 marks that we were talking about should come more into focus with our timing plate there. And then yeah, let's get that middle mark. Okay, now we have that set up. It's on the battery. And then on the number 1 spark plug wire, we're going to go ahead and put our timing light and try to see if that middle mark in the group of 3 lines up with our little points there. Let's check. Now I really hope the camera can capture this, but as you can see, our timing is off. We need to adjust. It's too far forward. It's within the grouping of 3, but we still want it essentially in the middle of the 3. So how we're going to do that is we're going to loosen this little guy right here. I believe it's usually a 13 millimeter, but we'll check. So we're going to loosen that, and then we can rotate the entire distributor until we're within that specification. Let's give it a shot. So as you can see in the video there, we got the timing pretty much dialed in. Yeah, stay tuned. All right, y'all, she's much better. She's actually chirping second gear. She hasn't done that in a while, so I think when we put on the new distributor, we must have not got it, you know, perfectly dialed in. I didn't have a timing light at the time, so we just I kind of just ballparked it. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so let's pass this on to Miss Jules Drives herself, since this is her car, and let's see what she thinks. Boys, she is a ripper. Golly, all the good sounds. Man, that feels good. I forgot how much fun this was. So this car's kind of been away for a while due to somebody taking it to the roll races and pushing her a little too hard. But hey, she's back. And boy, is she running good. I can't wait to show her. It's that girl up there. She's sanding the porch right now. She's got a fat butt. Please hold. Okay, I completely forgot to make an outro. But yeah, we got the ignition timing set. I need to research more if the timing needs to be different based on the Jackson Racing Supercharger. If you know, please let me know in the comments. If not, I'm gonna have to search left and right to find that answer. But right now it seems to like the change in timing, and I hope it was helpful for you guys that are currently timing your cars or are working on your cars. But yeah, stay tuned. Next we gotta fix a big exhaust leak on this thing. And some other stuff. We're definitely painting the hood. Doing a few things. But yeah, more on that later.